Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sydney Dragway. It is our Holden versus Ford theme night. And boy, is the pocket rocket pumped up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Does everybody here at the track know what time it is? It's Ford whooping time. That's right, we got dumped. About to come out now in the rocket lane. In beside him, we've got Teaser. This beautiful looking black Falcon. Now I'm in a smack talking mood tonight, and what better way to get some smack talk happening when I look up to the commentary box and I get to see Mark Thomas up there, my fellow compatriot for the line. How are you, Mark?
Oh, mate, absolutely sensational. Mate, walking through those pits and the staging lanes absolutely blows your mind.
Well, a great first pass there from Dumped as the VZ Commodore makes its way out against this Mark I Mustang. Haven't seen this gentleman for a little while, Mark. I don't know whether he's just been at home prepping the car ready for tonight or just having a bit of a break, but it's great to see him back here at Sydney Dragway. We know how good this VZ is, a well set up car. A little bit too quick on the lights there for the VZ.
Mate, to kick it off with a minus 003 is a great start. Well, I'll tell you what, Stu, you're not going to hear me say this very often, but walking in, listening to some of the Fords out there, mate, they are ready and roaring. There's some really cranky cars out there.
Well, I think a few of them might have gotten the memo from last week and throughout the week. And a few of them I know have got me on Facebook, so they know that I've been, stirring the pot a little bit, as they say. I got the XR6 Turbo down here in the Aeroflow lane. About to take on this very, very tough VE Commodore.
Did I hear a little bit of a hint of a supercharger on that Commodore?
Well, I think you did, Mark. I think it might have a little bit of boost on it. I'll tell you what, if there's anybody that's watching via Facebook and they've got any of their friends that have got Ford Barras, tell them to bring them out, you know. I mean, we don't want to see them blow up, but let's be honest. Barra Turbo, boat anchor, better be good. All right, let's see how we go. Oh, the big Commodore off the line. He's gone. See you later, Ford. He's out of here.
Well, 11.8, 121 miles an hour to a 12.2.
Just quickly, to all the racers that have passengers in their car, guys, you need to make sure that your passenger is not holding the phone, that the phone is on the floor and not in sight, okay? It's the same as the road. You can't be filming, so just please put them on the ground. All right, this very tough sounding Commodore down here in the rocket lane, Mark. CB performance.
Yeah, it does, Stewie. I walked past it and it sounded great.
Yeah, it's got a little side pipe coming out the left-hand side of the car. Got a set of Hoosiers ready to let rip down the rocket lane. He's taking on this FG Falcon. First timer. We welcome all our first timers here to Sydney Dragway for Aeroflow Race for real.
I tell you what, he was doing plenty of steering with that thing. It was moving all over the track. 11.6 at 89 miles an hour, so he backed out of that one way early.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, what did that do in the 60? Because in that 20 metres worth of track, there was a hell of a lot of rear-end movement in that car.
Well, he didn't get much traction out of it. He got a 196.
Still plenty in it. Hey, we've got one tough 4D, this beautiful looking Ford Mustang.
Well, have a look at this LJ, Stu. It's out tonight, new motor in it.
Nice.
Didn't put the supercharger on it. Just going to give it a run tonight with the twin fours on it.
Yeah, it's great to see Pro XU1 back here at Sydney Dragway. And I'll tell you what though, Mark, he's got a bit of a race because 347 XP is here again tonight. This was actually one of our commentators' choices a couple of months ago. We know how quick this XP Falcon is. But Pro XU1, one of the toughest Tiranas in Sydney.
Well, this car come out totally untuned, new carbies and everything on it, so be interesting to see how it goes.
Well, no issue picking up that left front wheel on Pro XU1. I'll tell you what, this is a close race at the finishing line. 10.73 to an 11.36 as the GTS Monaro comes out. I'll tell you what, if Justin Walsh was watching the live stream from Queensland, he's actually got one of these with a supercharger hanging out of the bonnet. It's one of his street cars, Mark.
Excellent.
And this one here is actually helped out by Shift Right.
Yep.
It's got a big set of radials on the rear end of it. He's taking on the FG Falcon. Well, nothing wrong with the Monaro there, Mark. That looked great in the first 330 foot of the racetrack. 10.26 at 137. Chop to the fours.
Well, we've clicked it up. We're one ahead at the moment.
And I think we're about to be two ahead because we've got this nitrous-assisted VK coming out now, Mark. We know how quick this car is, but in beside him, this XR6 Turbo, it could get him in the second half of the racetrack. We shall see.
Oh, wow, that Commodore just picked and carried that left-hand wheel. Out with a 138.60 foot, out and gone, 9.2, 145 miles an hour to 11.2, 126. Well, he's definitely bought his A game with a guy in the VK, Stu.
100%, mate. He just trumped the throttle. There's a flash of flame out of the pipes, and then off she went. And the mighty VK gets the win. Great looking car, that one as well. It's got a little bit of liquid down here on track, which is a little bit of oil.
It's not rust, is it?
No, it's not rust. It's just oil.
Sorry.
You know, typical Ford. Leaks everywhere. I was down in the pits earlier, Mark.
Yes.
And after I had something to eat, and Josh Boscovich had just fired up his Falcon. And anybody that's been around drag racing in New South Wales, they know the car as soon as they see it. It is a crowd favourite, the Fontana motor. It's underneath the bonnet and nitrous. But anyway, he started the car up and John Polito was nearby, and of course John's here tonight. And I said to John, I go, John, did you see any rust come out of the pipes? And he goes, no, why? I said, well, it's a Ford. And that's when Josh gave it back to me. So I may be dishing it out tonight, but I am going to cop it back. And speaking about copping it back, the Bushman is in the house by the look of it. And, you know, I can see the Bushman looks like he's got that race face on tonight. Bushy looks focused, Mark.
He is, mate.
He looks focused.
He's got his eye on, you can see.
Hey, can you just do me a favour? Can you just check if he's got a blue shirt underneath his jacket for me, please?
Mate.
If he's wearing one. Hey, Bushman, what's cracking, mate?
Hello, Stu.
Mate, I am fired up tonight, mate. I can't wait.
When are you not fired up at Sydney Dragway is a better question.
Well, in tonight in particular, because it is Holden versus Ford night, and look, so far the Holdens are whooping the Fords, which is not uncommon here at Sydney Dragway. Let's
I am
be honest.
a Ford man, but you know.
Yeah, I know.
I decide,
He's decided he's not going to talk about Fords.
I'll just let happen what will happen. I have just walked through the staging lanes briefly on my way to the tower, and I can see out the back we've got some pretty cool cars down there. We've got that gorgeous Capri that's run mid-sixes, and we've got the Boscovich Racing Falcon down there as well. So they're both going to be fighting for the Ford fans nonetheless. We see John down there in Monaro, very quick car, that one. And also a pretty cool pedal van as well, which I haven't seen before.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing what all those drivers can do here tonight. Put on a bit of a show, of course. And, you know, all of our regulars here as well. It's great to see.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Bushy, I come walking round when I went and signed on and come through the staging lanes and down there. I'll tell you what, I heard a couple of really cranky Fords.
Yes.
Just idling their way up. So I think the guys have brushed the dust off them.
Yes.
Bought them out.
Well, the EB, I think it's EB Falcon was hit last week, lifting the front end on every launch. He's back again. So
excellent.
Into the scrutineering shed. So we have some tough competitors on the Ford side, if that's who you barrack for.
Mate, I'm just glad that the Ford guys have brought out some competition for once.
I can't win any argument, so I just waved the white flag now, shall I?
Well, to be honest, it's about time they did. Now, of course, tonight it is not only just about Ford and Holdens. Yes, they are the main part of the show, but we've got a lot of other cars that are worth taking notice of. One of them is down on track now, Ms. GDR. It's great to have this car here tonight for Aeroflow Race for Real, taking on the Mercedes A-Class. And Ms. GDR is out of there.
Certainly on a mission at the top end, 114 miles an hour at hard track, and a 1044 with a 9, 143 miles an hour, Stu. That's 220 odd kilometres an hour across the quarter mile here at Sydney Dragway. And I think, personally, I feel there's a fair bit left in that car with the 60 foot only being 2.18 seconds.
Yep. I think this is the feel out for the track.
Yes.
She's got the feel for it, and it is good.
Yeah, very much so. 1044 with a 9,
yes,
143 miles an hour.
Yep.
Well, actually, I did my little start line walk. Obviously, I can't do what Tony Gregg used to do and stick the key in the ground. But
well, you can. It's just not going to go very far. There's no cracks down there, Stu.
I could probably go like 0.0 something of a millimetre through the rubber. But I'll tell you what, both lanes are absolutely killer tonight. So to all the racers, guys, bear in mind too that we've also got free tickets up for grabs tonight as well. So one of them is a commentator's choice. One is fastest reaction time. And I dare say one would be for the fastest theme car of the night, whether that be a Holden or a Ford. Hopefully it's a Holden.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
We're more than happy to give it to a Ford.
All right, little Audi down there in the Aeroflow lane. 1.8 seconds to the 60. Had the better light, but I think the Rocket Lane's definitely chasing him down there, Mark. But the Audi will take the win across the finish line only just by 0.2 of a second. And this next matchup is going to be pretty cool. We have a little 1600 Datsun down there.
Yes.
Taking on the Cressida in the Rocket Lane.
Yeah, that's Benny down there, Steve, the mechanical Stig. He is here tonight. Great to see Benny back here at Sydney Dragway. It's been a little while since we've seen him.
Well, we've seen the Datsun out here quite a little bit recently. He was out here for the last round of the Track Championship Series, racing in Street Fighter. So, yeah, definitely getting some racing under the belt and getting that practice in. Some big flash of flame out of the pipe there on the gear change.
Well, you know what? I'm actually going to go out on a limb and say this is probably one of the best Datsuns in Sydney at the moment. This little one. Well, comes out here, lets loose.
The Datto Club do quite a lot of different motorsport events around, and they come out and you know, put on a good show, all sorts of different cars, and there's still a very strong following for the little Datsun 1600, as there is for like Escorts and Cortinas as well, similarly. And that little Datsun, nice pass, 1178 with a 717 miles an hour, went 1.88 seconds to the 60.
Hey Steve, when Ben just left the line then in the Cressida, at about 30 foot out, there are actually sparks coming out from underneath the car and a little bit further down the racetrack. So I really hope it hasn't broken anything.
I hope so too. Check out the thing in the water box in the next pasture. Something a little bit different.
I did see the gasser. That is seriously cool. But I'll tell you what, we've got this very quick HSV R8, one of our real street license holders. And the Mitsubishi Evo has struggled to get off the line. A big turn of the tyres there for the Commodore.
Yeah, on the straight and narrow now, we hear the boost winding up to about half track, and I think that's where he got out of the throttle. Still rolls to an 1179 and 81. Was doing 109 at half track, even after the big pedal off the start line.
Now, for those people that are new here to Sydney Dragway, or particularly drag racing, if you've never seen one of these vintage gases, you are in for a treat. These things are seriously cool. And Mark, I was very fortunate the last time they were out here, I actually got to commentate with the Bushman. And Steve, that was an awesome event to see the gases out.
Yeah, there's something a little bit different there. Before my time, probably Mark up here is probably closest to it, I'd say. But the whole idea of the gasser movement and the stance is to get the weight transfer onto the rear wheels. That's the whole emphasis. Obviously, Harvey out there in the Ford Falcon. I haven't seen the car before, so you know, maybe just doing some little bit of testing before Day of the Drags, which is coming up at the end of the month. So a pretty cool car, XM, early Falcon, that one.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, I'd probably say it would be.
We're just got
Wild guess.
We've just got a few spots of oil, Mark, that have come out of the gasser. So we're just going to get that cleaned up very quickly. But just to all the racers that are out the back, guys, please make sure that your air conditioning is off and your climate control's off as well, please.
Well, just looking down in the burnout box down here, Bushy was saying about this EHEJ panel van down here. That is just magic.
It looks really, really nice from up here. Although I am finding the colour very difficult against the black racing surface, I'm not going to lie. But it looks really good down in the staging. There's a big set of tyres on the back of it as well.
Sponsored by Clothing Motorsports, Mopar Plumbing Services and Penrith Transmission Centre. And the engine built by Robert Spagnol, Shorty's Performance. Sainz, mate. It's going to be an absolute crack of a run, but look who he's up against, boys. VL 427.
Yeah, definitely going to have his work cut out for him.
Yeah, we know this VL Commodore definitely capable of some massive speeds and high sevens. I think I've seen it run. So
great numbers.
Yep. Edwards machine down there in the rocket lane.
Wow, I'll tell you what, the panel van wasn't having any trouble lighting those tyres up.
See two very different silhouettes on camera there. You've got the block of flats in the Aeroflow lane, taking on a much more sleeker Walkinshaw VL Commodore.
Afraid at the moment, all we've got is tail lights.
Yes. I'm cheating. I'm looking at the camera. That's
Oh,
what,
okay.
that's what I'm doing. All right, both cars into full stage now. Both pairs of top white lights on. The tree counts down. The panel van away nicely, and looks like the VL had a big pedal. Gets the car going now through the finish, the half-track mark at 131 miles an hour, and a 9:59 with a 3 at 162 with that big pedal off the start line, and went 1.6 to the 60. That car usually 1.3s into 60, so there's 3/10 just in the 60 foot. But an 11.86 with a 5 mark at 123 for the panel van. Gets to the finish line first. Had a much better light. Edwards not fast with the reaction time there, and he had a 3.15 second reaction time.
Boys, we've got bad news. We've got a whole heap of gunk that's come out of the panel van. Not to mention that when he's hit the gas to go off the start line, a whole heap of pebbles have fallen out of the car as well. And at about half track, Steve, you actually had a flame coming out the bottom of the car, and it was smoking a little bit at half track as well. So we'll be down for a little while just while we get the Aeroflow lane all cleaned up.
Yes, as you said, Stu, we do have a little bit of a clean-up that will have to happen in the Aeroflow lane. But, of course, Sydney Dragway, always a place that never sits still. There's always something happening here at Sydney Dragway, whether it's static car displays, of course, drag racing, burnouts, all sorts of different events that go on. Of course, next week will be our traditional Aeroflow Race for Real drag racing and burnouts evening, Wednesday the 12th of August, kicking off at 6 p.m. as always. And we had the recent, thank God it's Friday, burnout nights. Adam and myself commentated up there. It was a good night. They had the teams event, but of course next Wednesday will just be an individual burnout comp, which is preceded by our normal racing format.
So will we see Capri acting like it is there?
Will we see a Holden Ute?
A Holden Ute do that?
Yes, a silver blue one.
Is there any
Driven
such
by
thing?
you.
Is there any such thing?
What? What you say? No one's ever seen it. He's sharp.
He is good. Yeah, he is good. Yeah, yeah. That's why we don't give him a mic either. Yeah.
Well, we do sometimes.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
No, I can't guarantee that we'll see a Capri doing that. It would be great if we did.
I'd be happy.
I think there's a Capri in the staging lanes that's more than capable of doing that.
Yep.
That might be enough to tide you over. But I know someone who knows somebody who knows that Capri, and they might be able to put in a word. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Of course, following that, we will have our next round of the New South Wales Track Championship Series, which of course is the 15th of August here at Sydney Dragway. We see everything from street fighter, street bike, junior dragster, junior drag bike, super sedan, super street. I'm now going to muck myself up because I'll forget people for sure. Modified bike, modified eliminator, which is obviously the cars, alters and dragsters. There's top sportsman, as well as super sedan, the boosted outlaw guys, the extreme bike. There's something for everybody. If you've sitting in the
huge run up.
It is. It's a full day of racing. You know, usually consists of 3 qualifying runs, and we do those so that the drivers can get an opportunity to get a dial in.
Yep.
If you haven't heard that term before, I've got some time. I'll fill it with some explanation. With Dial Your Own Racing, which is what the majority of the cars will do at the track championships. They need to, it's all self-nominated handicap, right? So you'll do 3 qualifying runs. You'll need to pick a dial in off those runs. And then if you're the slower car, you will leave the start line first. The quicker car will chase you down. And in theory, you're neck and neck at the finish line.
Yes.
And in most cases, that's what happens. We see so many races that are decided by a few thousandths of a second. Fantastic way to hone your racing skills, and that's what the street bike and the street fighter class is all about.
Yep.
So to bring our competitors from the Aeroflow Race for Real series into our track series, and then they can give it a go. You don't have to be fast. There's people out here that come out in their everyday driver. One of our start line crew and scrutineering official Sean Dartnell, he's won a championship racing an I-30.
Yep.
In that category. So it's not all about coming out and rotating the earth.
It's made for that.
Yep.
Low budget racing.
Yeah, that's right. Come out, have a bit of fun.
Yep.
Hone your skills. Check your car consistency with against the dial in, and yeah, everybody that comes out here always raves about the friendships that are made down in the pits,
yep.
and the friendly competition as well. So that's of course not Saturday coming, or Saturday week. It is the 15th of August here at Sydney Dragway, and very much looking forward to that. Following that, we will have on the 21st of August, so that's the Friday following, Friday Night Lights for the girls here at Sydney Dragway, and it's going to be an interesting night because the Friday Night Lights runs from 5:30 to 10:30, so we bag an extra hour of racing.
Yep.
You know, and a little bit better track prep than what is normal for a Wednesday night. So
and open the door up a little bit more.
It does. It does allow quicker cars. The ET cutoff's a little bit different as well. So and of course Friday night, not everybody. You don't have to get up to work on Saturday.
Yeah. Yep.
So you know you can come out and have a good crack at the track later into the evening if you want. So definitely looking forward to those events coming up. That's just August. What's left in August? So there's plenty going on. There's a whole bunch of private hires and stuff too. But for our paying patronage, the events that we've just read through there will be coming up. Do we do Day of the Drags, Adam? That's on the 22nd of August. So old school nostalgia drag racing here at Sydney Dragway, the 20th anniversary of that event here at the Dragway. Now, I guess this event is as much about what goes on down in the pits as to what happens on the racetrack. There's plenty of interest goes on down in the pits. There's usually rockabilly bands. There's straight trade displays. There's nostalgia cars that the racers may not necessarily feel comfortable in racing. They normally come out and put on a bit of a static display down in the pits. There's also typically a show and shine up on the eastern mount here under the big screen, and a good day of racing had by all, and a good opportunity to bring a car out that you may not normally bring to the Dragway and race.
Yeah, you just got to dust it off.
Correct. Come out and give it a crack.
Have a play.
Yep. So plenty of gases. There'll be plenty of big burnouts. I know the gasser guys love putting on as best show as they possibly can. You know, big wheel stands, big burnouts, all of that sort of stuff. And hopefully that we'll have a couple of the nitro burning cars here as well.
Yep.
I will need to come back to you on that, but hopefully we'll get at least one or two, and we'll all get that Russian nitro smell.
Yes. That'd be for Stu. Would be gone.
All right. Well, while the Dragway track staff attend to the rocket lane, we'll just throw to a couple of ads from some of our supporters here at Sydney Dragway. Mark, Stewie and I will be back with you very, very shortly.
Designing and building a drag strip is extremely challenging. The lives of people are at stake. There is no room for error. My name is Frank Tarabay. I'm the owner and managing director of Every Trade Group.
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport, and that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw kart driver.
X-Pro Ignition by Aeroflow Performance. A complete range of high-performance spark plug leads, ignition coils, control boxes, distributors and supporting components. Engineered for stronger spark, sharper throttle response and total ignition control. From street builds to serious race applications, X-Pro delivers the spark your engine demands, with reliability you can trust. Don't leave power on the table. Upgrade to X-Pro Ignition from Aeroflow Performance. See the full range now at aeroflowperformance.com.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannon's,
We've also got Shannon's Home and Contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be
Shannon's.
Shannon's, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
Hi, my name's Jenna. I'm the team coordinator for Volante Rosso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our Radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Pack Lease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Pack Lease for the past 3 years and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need and we love being partnered with them.
Boosted by Aeroflow Performance. A complete lineup of high-performance turbochargers, external wastegates, manifolds and turbo accessories. Engineered to handle the pressure and deliver serious power. Street car, weekend weapon or full race build. When you're ready for real boost, Aeroflow delivers performance without the premium price tag. Get boosted by Aeroflow. See the full boosted range now at aeroflowperformance.com.
Drag racing, it isn't just a sport, it's our legacy. Performance, it isn't just a word, it's our promise. 3 generations, one unwavering passion. Speedflow, where innovation meets performance. Proudly Australian, unmistakably world class. Speedflow.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
Bangshift Automatic Shifters by Aeroflow Performance. A premium range of performance automatic shifters engineered for positive engagement, smooth operation, and precise gear selection when it counts. From tough street builds to dedicated race cars, Bangshift delivers clean, confident shifts and total control, pass after pass. When precision matters, make every shift count. Upgrade to Bangshift from Aeroflow Performance. See the full range now at aeroflowperformance.com.
You can spot them from a mile away. The ones who run Mickeys. They don't blend in. They don't back down. They build bigger. They drive harder. They win. Mickey Thompson isn't for everyone. It's for those who refuse to follow and choose to lead. Running Mickeys means something. It means you're part of a movement. Builders, racers, rebels. People who defy limits. Who set trends, not follow them. Who don't ask for permission. You want grip? You want guts? You want glory? Then you want Mickeys. Because if you're not running Mickeys, you're missing out on the most iconic name in tires and wheels. Born from American ingenuity, still American owned. Built for those who blaze their own trail. Mickey Thompson, for the bold, for the winners, for the ones who forge their own legacy.
Hi, I'm Anthony Matuk, and this is MR Engineering.
Designing and building a drag strip is extremely challenging. The lives of people are at stake. There is no room for error. My name is Frank Tarabay. I'm the owner and managing director of Every Trade Group.
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport. And that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win.
Well, that's a good sign, Mark. We've got Joe Sorbello and Tim Fryer down there on the start line. Joe in the Datsun Skyline, Tim in the Centura.
I'll be interested to see if Joe's got the belt on it.
Hey, he doesn't, Mark.
Oh, he doesn't. Gone naturally aspirated, eh?
Yeah, naturally aspirated again tonight for Joe.
And the Centura through the finish line, 991, 134 miles an hour.
Well, in the meantime, the Falcon just down there doing a bit of drifting.
Yes, that's right there. Josh Boscovich down there in the XA Coupe. This one, something a little bit different about this car. Normally running in a top sportsman at our track championship series. Runs a Lenko style transmission, which is old school. So he's got one lever per gear.
Okay.
So he dumps the clutch off the start line.
Then bangs through.
And then just reefs on the lever and pulls the next gear. Now, Josh is running a bit of nitrous. You'll see a purge coming up in a minute.
Yeah, you give it a bit of a squirt at the end of his burnout.
Yeah, and then you'll see a launch. There we go. He's just done a quick one just to say clutch meet flywheel once again. And this car usually running high 7s, low 8s.
Be interesting to see how he goes up against this turbocharged HJ. 6-litre Chev in it, which would be the 6-litre Commodore motor. Oh, jeez.
Very aggressive on the launch there for Boscovich. And
backs out of it real early.
And you see the car right of screen on the replay here. We'll just move the smoke out of the way. There we go, had the wheels up.
Wow, he didn't have one.
I think Josh got out of the throttle at about 500 feet or thereabouts.
Well, it's been a little while since we've seen this Commodore here at Sydney Dragway. In McFarlane Motorsport. Bullet Racing Cam sponsored Commodore. From memory, that's got the Nissan motor in the front of it.
Well, nice light for the VL. Went 0.46 on the tree. Taking on John Polito in the Monaro. Oh, the Monaro got there, not by a lot. I would have thought, would nearly bet the house that the Commodore was in front there, Mark. I think it surprised you a little bit too.
It did indeed, the way they left the line, but I think the Commodore got way out of that at 94 miles an hour.
Yeah. The Monaro came in pretty strong with 130 mile an hour charge.
Well, the Monaro just trying to turn herself inside out off the line. A 1.43 60 foot, so he was throwing it all at it.
Not a bad pass there, though.
That's a great pass. We need more of this with standing stuff.
Yes. All right, the BMW down on the start line here.
Yeah, first timer down here, just learning the ropes. Just having a look on the start line here too, boys, at the wheel tracks from both those cars that just went down from Josh and John. And you can clearly see the tyres were struggling to grip up in that first 30 foot of the racetrack. So a little bit of head scratching for those guys, just to try and dumb it down just a little bit on the start line, just to try and get it through that 60-foot transition. But nevertheless, it's great to see them here. There's nothing like very loud, big-tired cars.
1.7 seconds to the 60 for this BMW.
It's not too bad for a first-timer.
93 miles an hour at half-track, just shy of 160, and an 11.66 with a 2 at 117 across the finish line. Looks like we're about to get into our bike competitors tonight for their first attempt at the quarter mile. I saw Wally Hoster down there before, and Joshua Bukareshlev as well.
Yeah, Wally's down here, back on board the Kawasaki this week. Of course, sponsored by Brock's Performance. You know, we're very lucky that we've got a lot of very, very good street bike races here in New South Wales, and Wally's done a lot, particularly in D street bike at our New South Wales State Champ rounds and a lot of our national rounds as well. He did that on the Suzuki. He's got the terms now with this Kawasaki. He's been riding for a little while. Just moved around a little bit off the start line there for Wally. Sort of out no man's land, boys, but he's bringing it back towards the centre of the rocket lane. Goes at 10.51, 9.98, 151 miles an hour in the Aeroflow lane. That is nuts. I got another Kawasaki ZX-10R down here in the Aeroflow lane, about to take on the big Kawasaki ZX-14.
Nice reaction time there for Josh in the rocket lane. 053 on the tree, runs through for a 996 with an 8, 144 miles an hour.
And a 10-1 at 146 miles an hour.
Wow, good side-by-side pass there. Not too much in it. Across the finish line.
I got the Ducati about to come out for a solo.
That'll sound good. Ducatis always sound good.
They do.
They do. This one though, Mark, hasn't got that little tick to it like they do.
The dry clutch.
Yeah, the dry clutch. That's right, Steve. I was trying to think what it was. It's been a while since I've seen them, but
yeah,
10.79.
Wow. Yeah, 134 miles an hour across the finish line, Stu. Nothing wrong with that with an 069 light.
All right, we're back into our Holden versus Ford. And once again, guys, I will reiterate, if you are a passenger in a car, guys, you need to keep your phones on the floor, please. You can't be holding them up to record the run. I got dumped up against Teaser. It's very tough. Big turn of the tyres there for the Maloo. Teaser looks like it had a few little issues off the start line as well.
Wow, that ute is just marching away. 10.50, 139 miles an hour.
Yep, unbelievable. And a 12.8 at 131 miles an hour for the Falcon.
Big speed there for the Falcon ute.
Oh, yeah. That definitely come on really strong top end.
Unfortunately, I think just gave away a little bit too much
off
the start line in the reaction time and the 60-foot.
Definitely didn't want to hook up.
No.
We got the VY Commodore up against the Mustang. I think the Commodore is going to take this 12.03 at 113 miles an hour. And a 12.6 for the Aeroflow lane for the Mustang.
We'll get down there. A pair of Falcons down there.
Okay. So that's how you're going to try and catch up.
I'm in control of the... I don't need to do that, Matt. I'm in control of the scoreboard at the minute.
So oh, yeah?
I can add as many as I like.
Stop tapping your finger on that button.
No. It's got to be a fair win or loss. That was a good race. 0.03 across the finish line. 11.89 with an 8, 124 miles an hour in the Aeroflow lane.
And 12.0 at 122 miles an hour. Well, Mustang up against the VE Commodore. HSV.
Don't make me look bad, Adam.
Commodore goes through 11 free, 125 miles an hour to a 14.4 at 95 miles an hour. All right, I won't. No more stirring. Well, VK, nice big burnout in the rocket lane. Got a passenger on board with him as well. Up against the Falcon sedan.
I think the Falcon a little bit outgunned here.
Okay. Back way, way off.
Yes, but look at the speed there
Yes.
for the Falcon. 126 miles an hour.
Well, 68 miles an hour for the VK. And still running 11-second pass.
Yep. Surprised we didn't see the four-way flashes there. All right, we've got the Audi down there in the Aeroflow lane taking on
the VF Commodore.
Yep. Not too much in that one either, but the Audi takes the win. Our next pair, we see a Falcon Ute taking on the Holden panel van.
HD panel van. Actually, followed him in from
Off
down the
Ferris
road.
Road, yeah. On a trailer, or did he drive?
Drive.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, which is good. Drive it, race it, go home, put it away.
There is one very good thing about having that patina look. You don't have to wash it.
Yeah, that's right.
Just make sure the windows are clean. That's all you got to do.
Yep.
I've just been down in the staging lanes and just taken a couple of photos of cars for potentially tonight's commentator pick and Standout first timer, but it is only early. So if there's anybody that's sitting at home and their mates were going to come out, tell them to come out. We've got plenty of room in the lanes. It is Holden versus Ford night, that traditional rivalry. And we've got some great cars, Mark and Steve, that are out the back, ready to let loose. We've got Anthony Fenton, who's about to come out in the Fentech Stone Machinery VX Commodore. Of course, all the work done by High Comp Performance, Joe and the team. And it's great to see Anthony here as well. Been a little while since we've seen him drag race. This car is street driven. I have seen it on the road. A true, very quick street car as well. Not to mention he's quite a nice bloke as well. Now, this little Cortina is down here, Steve.
Yes.
The gentleman who's driving it normally drives that XC Falcon, the aqua blue one. And his father normally drives the Ford Capri.
Oh, yes.
Well, tonight, Dad's handed him the keys.
Oh.
And he's out here having a drive of the Cortina. Now, his dad did say he had a Mustang, so I don't know whether he is racing
It's
tonight.
not
I haven't
the, it's
seen
not
him
the
as yet.
blue. It's not the blue Mustang that ran earlier.
Could be. I haven't seen him floating around as yet.
Hey, Stewie, we haven't seen the red LJ Tirana come back out.
It's in the lanes. Pro actually won. They were just pushing it forward.
Oh, were they? Good.
Yep. And there are a couple of guys out the back as well, Mark, that have got a Chevy Nova. And I was just having a chat with them because I saw on the side of it, it had Tilly's Performance written on the side. And anybody that's been around the car scene, and particularly circuit racing, will know the Tilly's, Brad and Cameron. Well, their car used to be a drag car. And then the old motor went kaput, so they've actually put a mild motor in it. So it's got big tyres, everything, but it's only got a little mild motor in it. So I'm interested to see how they go. Anthony Fenton coming out now in the Fentec Commodore, about to take on the EV Barra.
The scary thing is what's mild. We've had people go, oh, it only makes 1,000 at the tyres.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we've got a race. No red lights, and it looks like the Falcon's out in front at the moment. The Commodore definitely going to chase him down at the finish line, though. And a 10.97 with a 3, 151 miles an hour across the finish line.
And 11.8, 92 miles an hour for the Falcon. Wow, that was going to be a good race.
Well, I think if the Falcon might have stayed in the throttle there, it would have been a different result. But
Well, I'll tell you what, the FG Falcon gave it heaps in the burnout. Well, if you're going to drive slow, you may as well try and look good. And he's taking on the VF Commodore down here, the big 6-litre.
You're unbelievable, Stu.
And just as I say that.
Yeah, hopefully he makes you eat your words.
Well, you never know.
It looks
You might
like
have
he
his-
is at this point.
Hey, you never know. He might have his phone on in the car, listen to YouTube, and probably thought, you know what, Rocket, I'll give him surprise you. All right, 347 XP. I get the feeling that all the Ford drivers have heard me bagging them out all night, so they've gone, you know what, boys, we've got to group together. We've got to start putting some runs on the board. They're a little bit behind at the moment.
Just a little bit.
Well, they did bring a lot of hardware, but just
so far,
it's just sitting on the mantelpiece.
All right, the XP out in front at this point. No, he's not. By eighth mile. Although, not a bad race. 10.32 with a 7 will take it 135 miles an hour.
And 11.2 for the Aeroflow lane.
All right, we've got this 10-second Monaro coming out now. I've got to go have a chat to this driver. I want to know what's under the bonnet. I may not be able to get an interview with him because the microphone signal is still playing up. Well, the Falcon's got a red light. It wanted a head start. And the Monaro has gone, see ya! And he's out of there. Nice run down the Rocket Lane too, 10.33, 1.36. Great run for him as we see the Falcon Ute about to take on the SS Commodore Ute. One thing I forgot to mention too, we welcome everybody who's tuning in via YouTube from around the world. And if there's anybody watching from overseas, please let Steve and Mark know, because this is Australian tribal warfare tonight, all right, Holden versus Ford. This is massive here in Australia. You know, there's no latte sipping straw hats here tonight.
And the Commodore takes the win, Stu, 13.83 with a 6 and 103 mile an hour through the finish line.
Well, we've got the VK, the nitrous-breathing VK, sitting down the burnout box, anxiously waiting for another win.
See how many people in the crowd tonight here at Sydney Dragway? How many of you are Holden fans? Put your hands up, guys. Who's going for the Holdens tonight? That family up the top there, you legends. How many Ford supporters have we got here tonight? Well, there's one. That's a start.
At least he put his
there's
hand
two.
up.
3.
Hang on, we got two. We got
Oh, we got 3.
Bushy's up here, got his hand up.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Bushy. All right. So how many loud Holden fans have you got here tonight? How many have got your voices tonight? Well, I know you do.
That's not bad. I heard that over that rumbling car down.
Yeah.
And sometimes he uses his voice. Now, the reason I say that is because I feel like a little bit of fun tonight, you know, because like it's that type of night, boys, where it'd be a great night to get our crowd involved. And I've got a little song that I put together this afternoon.
Oh, no.
And I want to find some really loud Holden fans to help me singing it.
Did you write it, Stu, or did you... have you just heard it from your collection and want to...
No, I just heard it and then I just kind of, you know, swapped a few words around. But because we're in Western Sydney, and let's be honest, rugby league's pretty big out this way. You know, I'm a Dragon supporter, passionate. Don't hold it against me, guys. All right, yes, we're coming last on the table, but, you know, there's always next year. Now, I reckon, Mark and Steve, I'm going to go into Burnout Central because that's where all the loud people are. Kind of like myself. It's good.
Stewie, while you make your way up to the Burnout Central, I've just got a bit of admin work that we need to do. We've got a whole heap of cars that need to be moved from the staging lanes, please. We need them to park in a designated area. That lane where closest to the scrutineering shed is not a parking lane. So if you own any of these cars, can you please move it? A Mazda RX-7 with a number plate ITZFAT on the screen. Can you please move it? If you own a white Falcon with the number plate UZV364, can you please move it? A grey Falcon with the number plate 90384J, could you please move it? And another Ford driver with the number plate 143FPV.
And don't feel like you have to hide your cars, just put them into the parking lot.
Yes, that's all we need to do. So, and also the Holden on screen there with the number plate PUMPA.
Yeah.
And yet there's more. Another HSVIP. If you own that car, could you please park it in a designated spot? If you own any of those cars, I believe you might want to hot foot it down there. The tow truck has been authorised to move it, or move them. So please
move them.
Move them. It's easier if you move them than if we do.
Because we're not going to tell you where we're putting them. They're ours.
All right, boys. I have got passionate Holden fans here. Hey, do you guys want to say hello to Mark Thomas?
Yeah, hello!
Hey, guys.
Hey!
All right, guys, here we go. Now, this is very simple. Because we're in Western Sydney and we all love footy, we're going to sing a song, all right? And what we're going to do, where are those Ford fans? Where are the Ford fans? Put your hands up, guys, or you're embarrassed. Oh, no, you're over there. That's good. It's going to work out well. So what we're going to do, guys, towards the end, we're going to point over that way, okay? We're going to give it to them. What do you reckon, guys? We give it to the Fords? All right, ready? Holdens are having a party in the Fords. Holdens having a party. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You guys rock. Love you. Beautiful. There you go, boys.
Well done.
Well done, Stu.
Why not?
I will just say, us as presenters are supposed to be impartial.
We are.
Out of the one eye that you're looking at, obviously.
Yeah.
Actually, that felt pretty good. I'm glad I didn't make one for the Fords because there's more Holden supporters than Ford supporters.
I thought you were going to break out with, what is it? Football, meat pies, kangaroos, and Holden cars.
No. I was just keeping it simple, mate.
Nice and easy.
You know, nice and easy. Good one for the kids. That's right. The Fords are in the bin. Going by the score at the moment, they are. See, I very rarely get the opportunity to take sides when I'm commentating. So tonight in particular, I think it's fair. It's all a bit of fun. At the end of the day, we all love fast cars, but, you know, it's Holden versus Ford. You can't have one or the other.
Yeah, there's no sitting on the fence.
Absolutely not, mate. Absolutely
Oh!
not.
Whoa. Talk about the fence. The Tirana had started to have a little bit of a look. And a nice clean run for the HQ in the rocket lane there. 11.01 with a 3, 122 miles an hour.
That car has not been out here for a very long time.
Which, the Tirana?
Tirana, yep. It's fresh rebuild.
Oh, I hear a turbo coming out of that VT Commodore.
All right, here's the Tirana leaving the start line on the replay. Car left of screen. Just lifted that left front, unsettled the suspension, and the car went over to the left. Driver doing the right thing, and back to a live action here at Sydney Dragway. The Ford Mustang in the Aeroflow lane, taking on...
Oh, we've broken one, boys.
That doesn't sound good.
Which one broke?
Sounded like the Commodore.
Okay, the Mustang's not going anywhere.
I know.
Well, that's not unusual. But no, that unfortunately for the Commodore, it's definitely broken something, which is a bit of a shame. We'll just push him back.
Hey, Bushy, you won one.
It was kind of by default, but I'll take it.
Yeah, he had to win one, didn't he?
Straight back where that window is, bro.
That's right, bro. So I forgot to have my mic on. I've got Keithy standing next to me, so, you know. Go the Wars. That's all I ever hear out of him is go the Wars.
What do you reckon, drive shaft?
Yeah, I think so, mate.
You're going to beat Penrith.
It doesn't sound too promising. Did you hear that, Mark?
Something about Penrith.
Yeah, Warriors are playing Penrith this week.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, Keith said Warriors are going to win.
Oh, good. We need another easy win. I know, I won't hear the end of it if we lose.
Now, I didn't bring my sunglasses tonight. This is one very bright Mustang.
It is very bright. There's actually a couple of yellow cars here tonight.
Mm.
An Audi down there before, that's run before.
Now, I must say, this has got to be the first real yellow Mustang that I've seen. It actually looks quite good, you know.
Not a bad launch there for the Holden. Mustang, unfortunately, I think gave away a little bit too much on the start line. But the Holden with the horsepower as well.
11.9 at 128 miles an hour.
To a 13.8 at 97.
I'll tell you what, boys, the Fords have got to step it up a little bit. They're getting smashed at the moment. It's a bit embarrassing if you're a Ford workshop.
I wonder what Anderson, Sammy Joe and the crew are out.
Well, she might be she might be away.
Okay.
Changed jobs, I believe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so, yes. Yeah, she's doing a fly-in, fly-out arrangement at the moment.
Okay.
So she's probably watching on the live
Yeah, I was
stream.
just having a look then to see if she's left any comments. So, Sammy Joe, if you're out there, let us know.
Well, she did come out on the weekend to take part in the test and tune. Unfortunately, got rained out. She was very keen, as she always is, to get that car down the racetrack.
That's not a bad race here. Not a lot between them. 17-1 to a 17-6.
Yeah, Holden got beat, but it wasn't beat by a Ford. So, unless you'll let me have
you can
Holden versus everyone else.
Yeah, you can have that. We'll still win.
You probably will.
Well, boys, we got Dr. SS, this club sport down here, about to take on false. I don't know why he's got false number plates.
Look
on
at the
BMW.
light from the Holden driver there, 006 on the tree. 6,000ths of a second after that light came on, and a good strong run. 11.05 with an 128 miles an hour. T62 Adam, 006.
Well, that's not bad. The Commodore can beat Fords, and it can also beat BMW's Euro, so it's great. All right, Miss GTR is about to come out. She's got the party lights on. And taking on this very nice looking Mercedes AMG A-Class. You know what, Mark?
Yeah, mate.
I reckon Steve should do this to the Anglia. Put lights underneath it. I reckon it looks sick. Put some blue lights under it.
My exhaust run under the running boards. I don't know whether the lights are like that. Not quite that era of carb. And a 10.46 with a 147 miles an hour. Very similar to the run before.
And 12.9 at 110 miles an hour.
All right, we got another Nissan out here now. It's the 370Z. About to take on the BMW.
All right, so we've got our standout vehicle of the night award, our fastest themed vehicle of the night, and the standout first timer, and the best reaction time. So there's four awards going out to our deserved races tonight. So we're definitely keeping our eye out.
What do you reckon we throw out the standout vehicle over to our online chat? See if they can give us a couple of hints of who they prefer.
We could do that. Get their opinion.
Get them involved.
Should they add that to the census? Census question.
Now, I don't know if it was just me, boys, but when that Valiant left the line, it looked like that whole left rear wheel had a big wobble on it. So I don't know if that's normal for that car, because I can't say I've ever seen it before.
It wouldn't be normal for any car.
No.
I'm sure that the wheel stud would have given up, Stu.
You would feel that sitting in the car.
Yeah, well, there was a definitive wobble on that left rear wheel. It wasn't huge, but it was enough that I had to take a second look. They might want to have a look at that when they get that car back to the pits. All right, we've got on 540 back tonight from Atomic Racing. This very nice BMW taking on the Audi.
Well, the Audi's well and truly out in front at the moment, and we'll take the win. 11.08 with a 7, 128 miles an hour.
And 12.18 with a 7 at 109 miles an hour for the Aeroflow lane. Okay, just wheeling these guys back while I just do a quick bit of a mop-up.
Listen to that Cressida sitting in the burnout.
Actually a great looking car too.
Little Datsun's moved over to the rocket lane this time around. Went into the 11-second zone before. Cressida away nicely. And the Datsun already up beside.
Dado just fighting for traction.
Still went marginally quicker to the 60 foot. And it looks like the Cressida are back out in front. 14.4 with a 4 at 94 miles an hour for the Aeroflow lane.
And 14.3 at 92 miles an hour for the rocket lane. Commodore Ute up against the Golf.
And I'll tell you what, Mark and Steve, this Commodore Ute looks like it means business. It's got a full roll cage on the inside of it, and it's got a set of radials on the back of it. Single exhaust pipe on this car. It's got the single 4-inch dump pipe hanging off the rear end of it. First timer as well, so interested to see what they do with this car moving forward.
He's out in front of the Golf at the moment. Flash of the brake lights at half track. Golf keeping him honest. 13.39 with a 3, 107 miles an hour.
Was that beautiful black RX-7 down in the burnout? Was out here, I think it was last week?
Yes.
Great looking car.
Quite sure.
Just holding him up at the moment, just while we're doing a quick mop. Condensation down there. Just to all the competitors, I know Stu's said it a little bit earlier, but if you do have your air conditioning on, please turn it off, because where it's going to dump fluid is going to be down where you're doing your burnout, and then you'll get marched back out.
Dewey, is the Mazda running E85 or just normal fuel?
I will go down. I'll do the chef test for you.
It's been idling there long enough. You'd probably smell it everywhere by now.
Just put your head down near the exhaust and have a big sniff.
Don't encourage.
It could be a bit of E85. The exhaust is that low, I can't tell, but it's great to see that car back. He was actually one of our prize winners last week in its car.
Oh, that was one of the cars we asked to move before. It's probably in scrutineering.
Probably.
His paperwork. Oh.
It's all right. Everyone's got to abide by the rules.
Yeah.
This car won Commentator's Choice last week. It was picked by Steve, Mark and myself. And it's great to see It's Fat back again this week. And he's taking on this real street license holder in the HSV, the VF.
Oh, much better launch this time for the utility. Went 1.6 to the 60. And through the finish line, 9.43 with a 2, 149 miles an hour. Thank you very much.
16.9 at 71 miles an hour. Did that move around when it crossed the line? Seemed like it just crossed over. When it finished the finish line, it just started to move around a bit.
Well, I guess at 150 mile an hour, that's
not what you want.
230 odd kilometers an hour. Yeah, no, it's not. That's less than ideal.
That's about the time your heart jumps up into your mouth.
Well, it didn't look like he pulled the parachute either, boys. So that was a bit of a. I mean, from what I can tell from down here on the deck, it didn't look like it pulled it.
If it's there, you got to use it.
Ooh, that didn't
Well,
sound.
the Nissan 400Z just taking it easy off the start line.
The tick one didn't sound too gracious in the robots. I think might have gone on strike for a moment there, unfortunately.
Didn't sound like a TIG one.
No.
Sounded like a VW.
It's no good. I hope everything's all right there. Went 1.6 to the 60.
Okay, so it launched out hard.
Yeah, it did launch out pretty hard. Even the 8th mile wasn't too bad at 9.9 seconds, but...
You might be right there, Steve.
Yeah.
Maybe the robot's just gone, nah. TIG ones aren't supposed to do this. Let's slow down.
What's down there in the Aeroflow lane there, Stu?
It's an Audi TT. Down here in the Aeroflow lane, taking on the Audi RS3. Yeah, first time in the Audi TT, so just guide him into position.
.7 seconds to the 60 for the Audi in the rocket lane. Straight past the TT and through the finish line. 11.11 at 124 miles an hour.
And 13.9 for the Aeroflow lane.
Now this is, sorry Steve, I was just about to say, this is going to be a great point for Aeroflow Race for real, Steve. You don't have to have a super fast car to come out and have fun. Classic example, the Suzuki Swift down here. Now, they aren't really the fastest car, but you know what? It's safer to be racing here than out on the street.
Well, exactly right, Stu, and you can just have just as much fun in a car like that you can in a quicker car, if that's what your budget allows. And you know, it's all about getting out there and challenging yourself on the start line and making sure the car runs consistently. And the BMW through to the finish line, 11.91 with a 9, 116 miles an hour. And the little Swift in the rocket lane gets there, 20.64 seconds at 73.
We got the VL Commodore down here in the burnout box, just patiently waiting up against it's an Beamer.
Audi down here, yep. Look very similar from up there, up in the commentary box. Okay. But it's great to see this car back here at Sydney Dragway on a Wednesday night. The Commodore Bits, co-sponsored Commodore Nissan motor on board, I think from memory. It's got the bullpipe hanging down off the front of it, and I keep thinking it's got the Nissan motor in it, but it's actually V8.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Stu, that's not
definitely a V8.
Nah.
Unless it's out of the patrol.
Well, yeah. No, it's great to see this car here. To be honest, I haven't seen this car, gosh, probably about 3 or 4 years since I've seen it.
It does feel like it's been a while.
It's been a long time.
Just bumps it into stage and gone. 1.6, the 60 foot. Backs out way early. 10.27 with a 9 at 105 miles an hour. And 12.8 at 108 miles an hour.
All right, Centura versus VL down there on the start line for this one.
Such a different sound between them, isn't it?
Yes, very
that
much
heavy.
So. The turbocharger making a big difference for the VL. Centura away 1.5 to the 60. Here comes the horsepower of the VL from half track onwards, straight down the middle of the rocket lane. 8.43 with a 2, 175 miles an hour. and a 9.99 at 135 for the Centura.
Wow.
I did not expect that time. It was actually spinning the tyres, Mark, about 30 foot out. I thought that might have slowed it down just a little bit out of that car, but
Slingshotted him, Stu.
Absolutely he did, and that was a very, very impressive run out of VL 427.
Yeah, he was doing 137 miles an hour at half track there.
We got Saints, mate, back out. Hopefully they've gone over this car to make sure there's no pebbles left in it. And no transmission fluid coming out of it either.
And 124 miles an hour.
Sounded like there's a very marginal pedal at the finish line there too, Mark.
Yeah.
Start line crew having a good look.
Didn't seem to really come on revs off the line, did it?
Yeah, to launch out of the start line, but still went under 1.8 seconds there.
Yeah, we're now 178. So how you going down there, Stu? Was there any debris left on the track at all?
There were tiny little pebbles that still came out of it, out of the car, but there's obviously still leaking a little bit of fluid out of it, because I did pick up a couple of little spots up the back there, and obviously our team here have picked up something as well back down here on the track. And so they're just going to have a chat to that driver and really go over that car like a fine tooth comb. We do have to check the track because we've got some very, very quick motorcycles here tonight as well. And they very much have a part to play here at Aeroflow Race for real.
John, on our live stream, it's 4 tears. I'll pay that. I'll pay that, John.
So has my mate been on YouTube tonight? Panel Van Man?
You've got lots of mates. Yes, he's here.
He's here? Oh,
Yeah.
G'day, Panel Van Man. I hope you're having a good night so far. All right, we've got the ZX14 taking on the big Ducati Diavel. I'll tell you what, Mark and Steve, I really like the look of the wheels on this Ducati. I don't know if this is a brand new model. It looks sensational. Big turn of the tyres off the start line for him though, which didn't help.
Nice clean run out of Josh Bukresliev in the rocket lane there. 972 on that one. 148 miles an hour to an 1171 with a 5 at 130 for the Ducati.
Now, Ollie Hostel would have seen that, and he would be licking his lips right about now. So let's see how he goes on this pass.
Adelman says, "Ooh, Stu, you little bugger."
That's me.
All right, both bikes into full stage. 086 on the tree for the Aeroflow lane. Hoster in the rocket lane. He's not going to get there, not going to get back in front. 980 with a 152 miles an hour for the rider in the Aeroflow lane there, to a 994 with a 6 at 146 for Hoster in the rocket lane. 0.18 across the finish line. That bike turboed, Stu. Sounded like it was...
Yeah, it almost sounded like it had a little bit of trouble shifting.
Well, went 10:38 with a 0, 135 miles an hour.
I'll tell you what, it's always good to have dumped back here at Sydney Dragway. We don't very rarely get to see this car here. And it is a very, very tough piece of machinery, this Commodore, for a street car.
Big pedal off the start line, went 19 to the 60 foot. Not going to let Ford take the win here. 1076 with a 4, 139 miles an hour.
And 14.9 at 97 miles an hour. You could just hear that thing screaming.
Yeah. I watched a little bit of social media of Chevelle. Chevelle in the US doing things that he shouldn't have been doing on the road, but damn, it sounded good. All you heard was the supercharger.
Yeah.
I reckon in the short video clip he'd gone through a set of tires doing like a rolling burnout sort of thing. Yeah. It sounded pretty mean.
Yeah.
And it was all under bonnet too, which was even cooler. This is the Mustang that we think maybe is due. 084 on the tree. For the Mustang.
Mustang goes through 12.5 at 114 miles an hour to a 14.3 at 95 miles an hour.
Now, if it's paired Ford and Ford, I'm going to give us one, all right?
Okay.
All right.
I'm good for that.
I'll do it the other way too. It's fair.
Well, we've got a lot being paired up now as Ford, and then Commodore straight after it.
Good race unfolding here in front of us. Only 0.2 across the finish line. The Aeroflow lane will take it 12.13 with an 8, 122 miles an hour.
And 12.2 for the Rocket Lane. We've got the VZ up against the HSV VE. They're both pretty tough cars.
Seven to the 64, the Rocket Lane here. The Aeroflow lane coming back, I think in front, Mark. It gets there, 11.26 with a 6, 124 miles an hour.
And 11.96 with a 3 for the Rocket Lane. Oh, VK just tarnishing these tyres.
Well, boys, this FG Falcon down here has got a set of 275 radials on the rear end of it.
That's a decent tyre under the back of the
That
Falcon.
is a big tyre, yeah. Wow.
Well,
that car is still wiggling round. On and off the accelerator. 10.96 at 103 miles an hour.
Yeah, but look at the Falcon. After all that messing around on the start line, went 12.30 at 131.
Wow.
It was a less than perfect pass for both competitors in that one.
That turbo would have been working really hard top end.
Bit of a flash of flame on the shift for the VK. All right, the Falcon Ute taking on the Commodore down there in the rocket lane.
Well, big start for the Falcon. Commodore's got lots of work to do, but won't get there. 12 with an 8 at 121 miles an hour to an 11.5.
Come on, Ford racers. We're into double digits now.
Yeah. Big comeback.
Pedal Van Man. Yes, we won one in a row. Falcon away nicely here in the Aeroflow lane. Think he's going to run out of racetrack though. Yeah. Commodore runs through 13.35 with a 9, 112 miles an hour to a 14.82 at 93 for the Falcon.
We've got the Falcon up against the Holden panel van. Well, good reaction for the Falcon. But great 60-foot bit of panel van.
Panel van man, who's selling the fuel to the Fords? What do you say? It should be nitro. Is that what you're saying, panel van man? I think if I'm reading between the lines, that's what you're saying. Oh. I've just put one, 2 extra in Ford, so I'm just going to put 2 on Holden because I'm a fool and pushed the wrong button. There we go.
You're only a fool because you admitted to it.
Oh, well, I'm too honest. Fair's fair. I don't want to upset any old people. I have to ask, we all know that the Ford versus Holden is a very long-standing tradition, but with both products no longer actually being manufactured, how long do you think it'll be before we don't have this Ford
rivalry?
Holden rivalry? Probably.
I don't think you'll ever get rid of it. They'll always be round, those cars.
Well, as long as we keep or have the ability to buy petroleum.
Yep.
Or something that we can run in our cars, even if it's E85.
Yeah, a bit of corn fed.
Yeah, so Mark and Steve just had a quick talk to the driver who looks awfully familiar in that shift right Holden Monaro that's racing tonight. And he was telling me it's a turboed 407 in that car that's running 10s.
Wow. Okay.
That is awesome.
That is.
I'll tell you what, I do love this V8 Commodore that's coming out now with the drag radius on the rear end of it.
Adam's just come up with a good idea. He said it's all or nothing on the last run. It's all on black.
Well, nice big burnout from the Aeroflow lane.
To be honest, I can't see what sort of car that is down there in the Aeroflow.
I think it's a Falcon.
I think it is too.
$10.23 with a 4 at 135 miles an hour to 12.0 for the Aeroflow lane.
Well, this will be a good battle. We saw the Monaro into the 10s earlier tonight. Now, it might be a little bit quicker than the XP in the Aeroflow lane, but at least it'll be a cool race between the XP and the
yeah, it will be,
and the Monaro down there. Oh, I think we might have one here, Mark.
Oh, jeez.
Big wheel spin for the Monaro off the start line. And the XP takes it. 11.23 with a 3, 122 miles an hour. I can proudly push that forward button right there.
And 13.73 with a 9 for the Rocket lane.
Benaware Man's excited on the live stream for that one.
There is hope there.
All right, the FG Falcon taking on the Holden utility.
Oh.
What's going on there for the utility?
Wow. Way unsettled then.
It's 2 from 2 from Ford. And we'll just throw that up on the replay. The utility in the Rocket lane, spinning the wheels from the start line, drove it 200 feet, then decided, you know what? I'm going to just power pedal.
Yep.
You're better off pedaling earlier and getting the car back under control and then feed the power back into it.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Mark, Stewie and I have seen more times than we want to people staying in the throttle. And it usually, actually no, it's nearly guaranteed. If you go too far, the concrete's going to win every time.
Yep. It always ends in tears.
Yep.
You just ease out of it, let it get stable, and then slowly ease it back on again. You're going to get plenty of passes in. That's not your one and only.
Oh, this is HG that was out here a couple of weeks ago with the red trim in it.
Okay.
I think it's that car. Stewie will be able to tell us. He's right on the spot, just about. Is that the one with the red trim?
I did mention earlier that about passengers and having their phones. Guys, it is pretty serious, guys. If you're a passenger, do not be holding your phone up to record the run, okay?
Well, a lot of wheel spin there for the Falcon Ute. The HG just driving away with it. Went 1.7 to the 60. Nice light from the utility though, 0.37. 11.49 with an 8, 117 miles an hour across the finish line.
And 17.81 with a 4 at 93 miles an hour.
Nice burnout down there from the utility.
Yep. And XF, I think it is. Falcon right beside him.
I'm guessing that was the other car that was in the lanes that we tried to move. Oh, I feel bad now.
Do you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Nah. Shouldn't be parked there.
Lots of wheel spin out of the utility and a little bit of a pop there. Come on, Falcon. You can do it.
Well, I think he's got the
I don't
real
think he's
estate
gonna-
there because of...
No, I think the Holden's found gears again. And just a tease, gets there 18.55 with a 0.55 miles an hour. The Falcon through the finish line 19.4 at 69.
Definitely sounded like you heard that, Commodore.
It didn't sound good from up here. There was
No.
definitely a pop.
All right, we've got another first timer out now. LS1. See how he goes up against the Falcon.
Get Holden.
Was thinking before there wouldn't be many number plates left with the combination of LS something in it, would there?
No. No.
Or Barra something. They'd be selected 350, 308 maybe, 351, 302, all the popular.
Yeah. I had to go 355 on mine.
Yes.
Well, Mark, we've got this great looking Tirana down here in the rocket lane.
Is that an EL? I think
It is an EL.
Yep.
Yes, it is. Yep. Yeah, the EL Fairmont.
Falcon with a better reaction time, but I think the Tirana is out in front at the moment, going to take the win.
12.96 Wiver 2 at 109 miles an hour to a 14.6 for the Aeroflow lane. Haven't seen any festivas or anything like that out here tonight.
We've got a Focus down there on the start line.
One and only.
Yeah. 016 on the tree for the Monaro.
And goes through a 10.96 with a 4 at 123 miles an hour to a 15.13 with a 4. Well, LJ Tirana back out again against the Falcon.
All right, let's see what the Falcon can do on this one, Mark.
Well, I think he's got his work cut out.
Yeah.
As you can see by the way the Tirana left
That
the line.
left's really nicely. 153 to the 60 foot.
Wow, well, I'll tell you what, the Falcon's coming on strong.
He's going to run our racetrack though. 10.47 with a 136 miles an hour for the Falcon. But a 10.15 with a 7 at 132 just goes to show how critical that 60 foot and the launch is.
Yep.
Absolutely near perfect launch for the Tirana on that run.
Just a quick one, guys. Just to say a big welcome to one of my work colleagues, George, and his son, who are here at the track tonight. G'day, guys. George, I did just try to call you, mate, so if you want to shoot me back a text, mate, and I'll come and find you and say g'day.
11.53 with a 6, 134 miles an hour for the Holden product down there in the rocket lane. Two very big burnouts unfolding on the start line. There was a fair bit of opposite lock going on there too.
Yeah, I can see the Falcon down in the Aeroflow. I couldn't tell you what's in the rocket lane.
I think it's a BA down there. Guaranteed win is what it is. Yes.
Keep them coming.
Yep. Well, aren't we doing what you said? Last run, all in? No, you'd run out of space in the box. You probably will get to 99 at this point, unfortunately. All right, so the rocket lane already out in front, carrying a little bit more performance. And through the finish line, 12.54 with an 8, 112 miles an hour.
And 16 at 81 miles an hour for the Aeroflow lane. Well, Mustang up against the Commodore Ute.
It's a crewman down there. We don't see that on the road very much anymore, do we?
No.
One of my mates from works just bought a Chevy Impala, and it's about the same length as a crewman.
Okay.
5.7 long. It's
Wow.
1.98 ton or something or other. Good old cruiser. So the Mustang's going to claim the scalp here.
Hmm. 13.8 at 108 miles an hour to a 17.7 at 80 miles an hour. We got the bright yellow Mustang. He's up against the HSV Commodore.
Wow, nice burnout from the Commodore down there. Instant tyre smoke.
Yeah, not a real lot of effort in for that one.
I have a feeling someone's tuned that because it didn't resist at all in the burnout. Like it's not like the computers were saying, "What? No, 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 no. Yes, no, no, no. Yes, no." All right. One of our furry friends just grabbing some dinner. All right, the Mustang away first. Will he get enough of a head start? I have a feeling the Commodore driver was timing it. The Mustang's going to take it, Mark.
Absolutely.
Runs on through for an 11.99 with a 3 at 119 miles an hour.
And 10.6 at 129 miles an hour for the Commodore. That just great reaction time, but 60 foot, sorry, but the reaction time, 3.4.
Yeah, I have a feeling he was
just giving them, felt sorry for the...
Yes, yes, agreed.
There we go down there, Adam. We move Skippy.
What's that, Skip? Skip said something about subscribing on YouTube. lot of our viewers probably wouldn't even. Oh, our viewers might know, but there'd be a lot of people in the crowd that wouldn't know what I'm rabbiting on about, unless you're 30 plus. All right, at 12.17 with a 3, 123 miles an hour to a 17.15 there. Sorry, I was distracted on that one. All right, the Commodore Ute taking on the Falcon down there in the Aeroflow lane. Pretty close off the start line. The Falcon looks like he's got the measure at the moment.
Has indeed.
And a 12.32 with a 9, 115 miles an hour.
And a 13.48 with a 1 at 107 miles an hour.
Well, the gap's closed a little bit here, Mark. We're nearly half
the
score of the Holden so far.
Have a look down the burnout box down there, Bushy. Look at that immaculate VN Commodore. Other side.
Oh, wow. He's bought that direct from Sinclair Holden this afternoon.
Someone's had that one packed away in a box. That is clean.
.057 on the tree for the Falcon driver. And he'll take the win. 15.001. 91 miles an hour to a 16.2 for the VN. It's not too bad at all. 88 miles an hour on the finish line. Nice light for the Falcon driver in the Aeroflow lane. Goes 0.55 on the tree. And will win from start line to finish line. 14.97 with a 2, 95 miles an hour. To a 16.69 with an 8 at 84. All right, little Falcon utility taking on the purple Tirana down there on the start line. Oh, Tirana. Nice leave. 0.94 on the tree. And runs on through for a strong 11.78 with a 4. 116 miles an hour to take the win. The Falcon, a 14.66. A 96 miles an hour at the finish line. Our quickie car's about to come out. We've got one more pair. You can see the high comp Commodore at the lanes to take on Joe. I can see the Boscovich Racing XA Coupe down there.
Commodore just gone way too deep. Just roll him out. Commodore's on the chase.
Oh, just got there.
Oh, yeah.
Looked a lot closer than that. There was about 6/10 across the finish line. The Falcon, a 15.22 with a 6 to a 13.4 at 114 for the Commodore.
We've got the VX Commodore up against Joe Savello. Joe in this 6-litre Nissan. Joe is usually supercharged, but no belt on it at the moment. Just running in a new motor.
That high comp car's come alive at about 200 feet. And a nice strong run at the finish line. 10.51 with an 8, 152 miles an hour.
Wow. And 12.9 at 98 miles an hour for Joe Savello in the Nissan. The XB Falcon.
All right, Josh Boscovich down there on screen. Very cool XA Coupe. Fontana powered machine, this one. The Fontana, basically an aftermarket Ford power plant, I think, based on a Ford block. But this one running a Linko style transmission, as I said. So he has a clutch, he lets the clutch go on the start line, then he pulls a lever for first gear, another lever for second, third, fourth.
It looks like a tree growing out of the floor.
Yes, it does. It's got limbs, and then there's another lever for reverse that he pulls on there. You see the purge of the nitrous, getting rid of any oxygen out of the lines, making sure those carburetors are fed a clean spray of nitrous oxide to mix with the oxygen. Don't know how much horsepower kit he's running. But as I said, the car usually running into the high sevens. Nice launch there. There's 118 to the 60. Through half track at 129, and I think rolling out of the throttle at about 1,000 feet. Still runs an 893 with a 2 and 100 and...
Yes, you did get the start. That was sensational the way it launched.
And there we see on the replay, lifts the front end, moves over to the left. And a nice run there for Josh.
That was a great steer.
He's not shy, getting up on the wheel when he has to.
And we're back into our bikes again.
Have the Ducati down there on the Aeroflow lane. Taking on Josh in the rocket. Rocket Lane's going to take it 10.09 with a 5, 142 miles an hour.
And 10.62 for the Aeroflow lane. Is that an all-terrain bike, that BMW?
The Ducati?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No?
'Cause
Okay.
There's a Diavel that runs in street bike at the Championship Series. And to me, there's like what they call a naked bike, so it doesn't have all of the
Yeah, it doesn't, yeah.
fairing and everything on it.
It's just doing a 10 out of an all-terrain bike.
Yeah, because you're sitting way upright compared to like a Jap spec bike where you're over the front end to keep the weight down.
11.0 at 124 miles an hour to a 12.8, 110 miles an hour. With the Nissan up against the Skyline. Skyline's been doing some really super quick passes tonight.
It's deep into the 10s. Big speed as well.
Oh.
Don't normally see that out of a street-driven
No.
R35. A little bit crossed up there. Had to get into a little bit of defensive mode. 11.22 with a 135 miles an hour across the finish line.
I wonder if it might be all the robots were turned off on that pass.
Maybe. The robot police, you mean?
Yes. Stop the traction control.
It did sound like it was up a little bit more on the RPM. A little Honda Civic out now.
Okay.
Taking on the BMW. Haven't seen the Honda out here tonight so far.
Yeah.
You want to hear some RPM? Turn the volume up.
So is it Frixty 974?
Yes, but
There's no Holdens to race this XA. They all
Yes.
got scared for the challenge. He definitely hasn't seen the scoreboard. Oh. Honda crosses the line, 17.7, 55 miles an hour to a 26.6 at 59 miles an hour.
I think the BMW driver there, a first timer, so maybe just finding their feet here at Sydney Dragway. Strong numbers still in the staging lanes. Fantastically, you've all come out to a Sydney Dragway for a bit of fun here tonight.
Yeah, exactly. It's good having a little bit of friendly rivalry. It gets everyone out and a bit of play.
There we go. There's our staging lanes behind the tower there. So as you can see, there's still plenty of cars in the staging lanes.
Yep, running up round virtually to the shop.
Good mix of cars here tonight as well.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure what the hold up is down there on the start line. Our next pair have yet to commence their burnout procedure.
What's this car on the return road?
It's around the loop though.
Way.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, just while we tidy up that start line, we might just have a couple of quick words from some of our supporters here at Sydney Dragway. Mark, Stu, and myself will be back very, very soon here for Ford versus Holden. Race for real on Wednesday night here at Sydney Dragway. We'll be back shortly.
Designing and building a drag strip is extremely challenging. The lives of people are at stake. There is no room for error. My name is Frank Tarabay. I'm the owner and managing director of Every Trade Group.
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
This incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport, and that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw kart driver.
X-Pro Ignition by Aeroflow Performance. A complete range of high-performance spark plug leads, ignition coils, control boxes, distributors, and supporting components. Engineered for stronger spark, sharper throttle response, and total ignition control. From street builds to serious race applications, X-Pro delivers the spark your engine demands, with reliability you can trust. Don't leave power on the table. Upgrade to X-Pro Ignition from Aeroflow Performance. See the full range now at aeroflowperformance.com.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannon's,
We've also got Shannon's home and contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be
Shannon's.
Shannon's, insurance for motoring enthusiasts.
All right, Mark, what do we got down there? It's a Chevy Nova, I think, isn't it?
It looks like it. Up against the Commodore.
.8 seconds to the 64, the Nova. A strong 12.27 at 108 miles an hour.
And 12.99 with a 1 at 113 miles an hour. Commodore down in the rocket lane.
Aeroflow lane with a much better reaction time. And we'll take the win. 14.24 with a 0.
And 14.6 at 100 miles an hour for the rocket lane.
Well, guys, just hanging around at the back in the staging lanes. And tell you what, still plenty of cars, which is great to see. I've got a friend of mine from work here, boys, so just showing them around. Some car. His family. I haven't been on. I'm still here. So, no, I'm not in my.
All right, the rocket lane getting a move on down into the finish line. 13.92 with a 3, 78 miles an hour. To a 17.25 with a 0. Also at 79 miles an hour for the utility in the Aeroflow lane. Both cars under 1.8 seconds to the 60. The rocket lane's going to take it though. 11.06 with a 7, 127 miles an hour at the finish line to a 12.08. So near enough to a second between the two at the finish line. It's some 14 mile an hour. The Crusaders come back for another shot at the Datsun.
Well, they've been pretty much side by side all night long racing, haven't they?
That they have. Crusader away first. The Datsun's given a head start, but the Datto's already back up beside at the 3:30 foot mark and says, I'll see you at the finish line. Much better run this time around. Back to an 11-second pass. 11.52 with a 3 at 1:22 to take the win.
And 15.1 at 91 miles an hour the Dado lost the last one to this for a 14-second pass.
Yeah, both were quite slow, so I think they both had some issues and said, you know what, I'm just going to cruise on down.
Mazda RX-7? 7 or 8?
No, that's a 7. Our only rotary here tonight.
Yep. It's up against the Golf.
The Golf gets on down first, 13.50, 106.
And 17.2 at 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, for those of the metrically minded, 100 mile an hour is 160 kilometers an hour.
Yep.
So, although in the grand world of drag racing, 100 mile an hour is not ridiculously fast.
No.
But when you think about it, you're doing over 1.5 times the speed limit, pretty much. in 400 meters from a standing start. So it is quite quick.
Yep.
All right, the Audi taking on the utility down there. The Audi out in front.
Well, I don't think there's any chasing down on this one.
No, doesn't look that way. 11.21 with a 0, 123 mark.
And a 13.4 at 77 miles an hour. Okay, we've got this really nice looking Cortina.
I tell you what, Mark, it's got a decent set of tyres under the back of it.
Yes, yeah, it does. He's up against the VZ Commodore.
A little bit bigger than 275s too. Just
Yeah,
right.
they are. Yep. 275s are a decent tyre.
Well, I was going to put 275s on the blue Anglia that I had. And I thought, oh, they're not that big until you put them in the garden.
Yeah,
they're a decent tyre for a little car.
I got 215s on the back of the Ute, and I'd be lucky to get anything even bigger. I want to put 235s under it.
Well, you just have to get the grinder out, mate.
And the guards are already being rolled.
Oh, I'm going in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no.
No? Might just have to settle with what size you've got.
If I could get someone to modify the Walkinshaw, I've got a spare set of those.
Oh, yes.
Change the dish on them.
Well, much better launch from the Tiguan on this run. 170 to the 60.
Yeah, it looks a lot healthier than the previous.
And a 1099 with a 3. 126 miles an hour.
And 12 to 114 miles an hour for the Aeroflow. That was a great pass for the Tiguan.
Do you know what I love about the Tiguan? You could drive it to work,
Yes.
probably in grandma mode.
Yep.
Still get a gazillion miles to the gallon or litre.
Yep. And anyone annoys you, you could launch it out of anywhere.
Yep.
All right, we got the Audi about to take on the BMW Dogger down here. That beautiful, it looks like a nice pearl white and a little bit of liquid coming out of the exhaust pipe. So just make an announcement again to all the racers out the back, guys. Just please make sure that your air conditioning is off, please. and your climate control. I know there's a little bit of condensation in the pipes, guys, so maybe just start the car up just a little bit earlier, just to try and dissipate some of that water that's coming out of the exhaust pipe.
We've got the black ute sitting down in the burnout. Very inconspicuous until you have a look at the back, and it's got the parachute hanging off the back.
Yes, it's usually a telltale sign.
Yes.
Not to pick fights with that guy on the street. Not a good idea.
Well, little Suzuki is.
Now, Mike, I just had a chat with Steve McAuliffe out the back, who's got the HT Monaro that's running the 10s tonight. He was just saying that they were going to bring the Tirana tonight, but the Tirana had a little bit of an issue starting, so they ended up taking the battery out of that and putting it in the HT and bringing the car out tonight for a little bit of fun.
It's great to have a choice of cars, isn't it, Stu?
It certainly is. But I'll tell you what, we've got this ute down here. It's being helped out tonight by Mark Duskalakis from PSC Racing. And it's great to see this style of car represented here tonight, here at Sydney Dragway, the real street. It's a class that is, I think, is very exciting for drag racing. Hopefully, Steve, moving forward, we can see a lot more cars stepping up into that category. And we can see them racing at some of our state and national events.
Hear those rear tyres just screaming to hang on to that racetrack, but they couldn't.
Yep. VK down in the Aeroflow lane.
And is that the TT? I think it is in the rocket lane, yes. Nice launch for the VK.
Great 60 foot.
Had a good look at the centre line though on the launch. Got it back under control now, and a 9.32 with a 4 at 146 miles an hour across the finish line.
It's got to be the quickest pass I've seen that car do all night.
It's very decent. Went 117 to a half track mark. So far, I believe that our quickest car is coming up in the next pair. And will be that car left of screen.
Yeah.
An 840 something earlier tonight.
I wouldn't doubt the Commodore going to change all that.
Boys, just going to come up and see Adam, and then I'll be back very, very soon.
Okay, see you shortly, Stu. Just a little bit of a last-minute mop-up for the rocket lane down there.
The guy's just putting in a little bit more of an effort in for these two cars.
Yes, Sicko, if only that was the Kingswood that Ted drove, the series would have been a little bit different, I think. Of course, making reference to the Kingswood country. All right, keep your eyes on both machines down there. Little bit of wheel spin for the Kingswood. Edwards away nicely. 1.2 seconds to the 60 foot for the VL. Will he get there in the end? He's going to run out of racetrack, but an 8.39 with a 2, 149 miles an hour across the finish line to a 10.59 at 135.
Well, the HJ definitely off pace in that pass. But that Commodore, 1.2. the 60.
Nice lead for the Centura. Went 0.73 on the tree. Straight down the centre of the lane. 9.89 with a 5, 134 miles an hour.
And 12.6, 101 miles an hour. That car of Joe's is just a totally different car when it doesn't have that horsepower.
It seemed to wander around a fair bit on the run on that one.
It does.
Moving to our bike competitors now.
Guys have been going really well tonight. They've had a real good run.
Got a couple of bikes into the single digits.
Yep.
090 on the tree for Josh in the rocket lane. He's been in the 9s all night.
Aeroflow.
Another 970.
And 10-1 at 133 miles an hour. I think the Aeroflow just run out a bit of real estate there.
Ollie Hoster down there in the rocket lane. Taking on the rider in the Aeroflow. I think the rider in the Aeroflow went into the 9s as well, or very low 10s.
Yeah, Wally, minus.
Going for that line, of course, a 966 with a 4 at 153 for the rider in the Aeroflow.
10-2, 133 miles an hour.
All right, next up we have the Ducati down there on the start line. I think in a solo pass. There's no one in beside him.
No.
As you say, this is a interesting bike to ride. Pop the wheelie on the start line. No shortage of horsepower down there. 1079 with a 2 at 133.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a little bit of a handful in that thing getting down the bottom end of the track.
The one that runs in street bike at the Championship Series, Colin rides that bike very well, runs in a straight line. I guess it's all about, or any motorcycle is all about, I suppose, keeping your weight center of gravity in the right position.
Yep. Just having the right distribution of the weight, yeah.
Yeah, because let's face it, you roll back a little bit too far, you're up on the back wheel alone. And probably in most cases, before you even think that you're already there, you're already there. Looks like we're going to get back into our Ford versus Holden challenge here tonight. Looks like the Holdens might well have already sewn this up, but who knows? We might be lucky.
Well, this Holden Utes been having a great run tonight.
All right, the utility runs on through, claiming the scalp there. And the win points, 10.15 with a 5, 142 miles an hour.
And a 14.1 for the Aeroflow.
I think that's the cleanest run of the night for the utility.
Yep. The VE Commodore up against the Mustang. Not a bad 60-foot. 1.7. Goes through 11.2, 127 miles an hour. To a 12.4, 113 miles an hour. Another Mustang up against the VZ Commodore. Well, nice strong burnout from the HSV.
Both cars actually showed no mercy to the rear tyres there. Side-by-side burnouts from both cars.
Oh, just turning tyres in the Commodore. Starts pouring it on now.
Although the Falcon just got there
Oh.
by 0.05 across the finish line.
11,725 miles an hour.
Yeah, the Commodore coming very quickly there to a 12.45 at 111.
Well, VS Commodore Ute down in the rocket lane.
The VK down there in the Aeroflow. Out of the throttle. And rolls on through to an 11.55 at only 80 miles an hour.
And 15,887 miles an hour for the Ute. Right, the Mustang up against the Falcon. Yep. Well, the win to the Aeroflow lane, 13.3, 106 miles an hour to a 14.1, 112 miles an hour. VZ Commodore in the rocket lane up against the Falcon in the Aeroflow lane. Well, Commodore gone in for a deep stage. Falcon goes through 11.5, 125 miles an hour. And Commodore 16.9, 85 miles an hour. VZ Commodore up against the HQ. Well, two great reaction times, 0.04 to a 0.03. 11.1, 121 miles an hour to a 12.0, 116 miles an hour.
Yeah, wow. 7th hour in the start line. No, 8th hour. Sorry.
Come on, get it right.
It's nearly 9 o'clock, mate. Been up
Oh, sorry.
Been up since 4:30. Leave me alone.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Actually, I think I was up at about 4.
Looks like the Aeroflow lane will take the win there. 12.20, 121 miles an hour. To a 14.2 at 108 in the rocket. I want to know if this VN that's coming up in the next pair,
yep,
is it original paint or has it been resprayed? Because
pretty immaculate.
isn't it? From up here, it looks like it's literally rolled out of the Holden dealership
Yes.
like this afternoon.
Yep. Fully equipped with Venetian blinds and all.
072 on the tree for the Falcon. And runs on through for a 14.55, 93 miles an hour.
And 16.3 at 84 miles an hour.
nice light, but on the red side, 0.44 for the Falcon.
$15.7, 89 miles an hour for that Commodore. That's pretty good.
Nothing wrong with that. 14.57 with a 2, 96 miles an hour for the Falcon.
Well, this LC Tirana down in the rocket lane. Nice and stout in the burnout. Gets away, nice clean launch, a 1.7 in the 60. Goes
Wow.
through 11.5, 118 miles an hour.
A little bit unexpected there, Mark.
Yeah.
Nice pass in the rocket lane. 14.90, 95 miles an hour in the Aeroflow.
HSV Commodore up against the Mustang.
Good side-by-side race unfolding here. The rocket lane just out in front. It's 13.001 at 116 miles an hour to claim the win.
And 13.9 at 112 miles an hour for the Aeroflow. Commodore just shooting flames.
Nice clean run for the rocket lane here. 11.22 with a 132 miles an hour. So good speed for an 11.2.
And 11.28 for the Aeroflow at 120 miles an hour.
Next up, we've got the R35 down there in the Aeroflow lane, taking on the AMG Mercedes in the rocket lane.
Oh,
Skyline.
Wow, coming
Easy-
on strong.
Easy off the start line, but gets to about 100 feet and says, let it go. And got all loose. Still went 137 miles an hour. 12.0 there, not representative.
And 12.9 at 112 miles an hour.
Ooh, I just saw a big nitro spray out of the Civic in the rocket lane. I missed that on the previous
ya?
run, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I missed it myself.
Looks like the Aeroflow lane's going to take the win here, though. Mark runs on through for an 11.23 with a 128 miles an hour.
And 12.8 at 87 miles an hour for the Honda. The four-wheel drive down in the rocket lane.
Panelware man, yes, that would fix the problem. He's saying sticky tape over the score. I could just ask Josh to turn the overlay off and then we'd be
Yeah,
sweet.
don't have to worry about it
It's
then.
all right. Out of sight, out of mind. Just a post-it note. That's all it needs.
There you go.
Oh, he's handed me a post-it note. You'll get yours, Mark Thomas, you will. He's literally just given me a post-it note. Although, I think it's been up here for a while. I don't think it'd be sticking to much.
It's not posted anymore.
No, it's not sticking to nothing. It's not big enough either.
VF Commodore over in the Rocket Lane. Wow. Tell you what, mate, your Nova looks good down there.
It does. Have you got the stance? They are a cool looking car.
They are,
Once you do a little bit to them, they just come alive. They're not a big car either. Like,
no.
I think that's obviously part of their popularity with the drag racing scene. Is they're not the how big can we make a car of that era? Look at this car in the Aeroflow lane. Get on down, 1161 with a 7, 129 miles an hour, just about.
And 100 miles an hour even, 160 Ks and a 14.4. Finally got it out.
That's all right. Just about to hit 9 p.m. here at Sydney Dragway. Sounds like that Nova's quite muffled down, I dare say. Taking on the Audi in the Aeroflow lane.
Seems very responsive though. Just giving it a couple of quick stabs of the throttle. I think the Nova will be taking this one. Sorry, the Audi.
That's a bit over 3/10 across the finish line to the Audi. Commodore. Taking on the BMW. BMW is going to take the win convincingly at 12.18 with a 6 at 113 miles an hour.
And 16.4 at 85 miles an hour. Got the Cortina up against the BMW.
It's a very decent burnout for the BMW down there.
Yeah. I wonder if he's got his normal tyres on the back of it. They'd cost a fortune. Well, usually the Pirellis, I think they have on them.
That's what they're not probably a 19-inch wheel too.
Yeah.
Oh, the Cortina saying hello to the limiter on the 1-2 shift. And then says see ya to the BMW. 10.23 with a 5, 129 miles an hour.
And 12.0 at 114 miles an hour.
A little bit of Euro racing down on the start line in this one. The Tiguan in the Aeroflow lane, taking on the Golf and the Rocket. Basically the same platform, to my knowledge.
I think they are pretty much the same running gear.
I know the stage tuning kits are very similar. And 11.05 with an 8, 126 miles an hour for the Tiguan. Oh, so close to another 10-second pass there.
Yep. And 13.3 at 108 miles an hour.
All right, so the Audi TT in this one taking on the Suzuki Swift. First timer in both lanes here. Swift away much better on the reaction time, 0.39 of a second. But the Audi with the horsepower, 13.81 on that one, 99 miles an hour.
And 18.4 at 74 miles an hour. Tell you what, this car of Joe's must be putting a lot of boost through it. Is he running an average of 11s off the
when he's
off
running
the belt?
Yeah, and when he's running boost, he's running into the eight low,
real low 9s,
yeah,
into
low,
the 8s.
low 9s, high 8s.
Yep.
2 seconds, a big step up.
It is huge. Imagine how much in dollars that'd cost you. Try and get an aspirated motor to make those changes.
Yeah, I guess that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, looks like the tree flashing red down there. Not sure why. Let's say a kangaroo, or should I say a furry spectator?
Yep. Yep. And the bottom end of the track.
All right. Already given the fire up signal. See what the XA Coupe can do here. Although Sorbello's car's been wandering around a little bit on the launch, and that's without any of the boost going through the blow up.
Verge of the nitrous. These tyres would have lost a little bit of heat.
A little bit of a move around for Boscovich on the 2-3 change, but no issues for the rest of the run. Shoots out across the finish line. 8.48 with a 6, 150 miles an hour across the finish line.
And 12.7 at 105 miles an hour for Joe. Sounds so much different to all the other cars, doesn't it?
It does.
Very soft and...
The turbo does that though, doesn't it? It changes the exhaust note makes it almost sound like doughy, I guess would be the term that I'd use, but absolutely nothing wrong with the car when he opens the throttle. And as he says, as I say that, he rolls out. Shuts off to a 987 at only 100 mile an hour. At 1.2 to the 60, so that car definitely working well in the first 60 feet.
That was virtually going to be a mirror of his previous pass where he was in the 8s at 170 something miles an hour.
Yeah, that bike in the, I think in the rocket lane definitely sounds like it's a turbocharged, that's for sure. 982 with a 0, 141 miles an hour. Josh in the Aeroflow lane.
And 10.7, 155 miles an hour.
Look at the speed there, 155 miles an hour. I had to double take on that, Mark. I think that's one of the quickest speed-wise cars that we've had run down the, or vehicles down the racetrack here tonight. All right, 974 with a 152 miles an hour in the Aeroflow lane there.
And 9.9 at 145 miles an hour.
So the rocket lane will take the stripe. The Aeroflow lane definitely getting closer. 11.99 with a 4 at 114.
And 12.0 at 117 miles an hour. VF Commodore up against VX Commodore.
Yeah, Anthony was just telling me, boys, he's going to be redoing the rear end in that car during the week. So we should see it back in the future, dipping into the 9s in 2 quick. Just caught up with Joe from Highcom, who's here tonight. Great to see Joe here at the track. And the Fentech Stone Masonry VX Commodore running on through with a 10.58. Nice and consistent tonight, but still a lot more in that package once they get that rear end on.
Or HT Monaro, or HT Kingswood, I think it is, up against the Mustang.
It's all Holden product at the moment, Mark. And we'll run on through first. 11.43 with an 8, 122 miles an hour.
And 14.7 at 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, so Steve, that is the dad driving that Mustang.
Oh, yes.
So you just said the son, they were going to put the Capri aside, but the son went, nah, I want to have a drive. So Dad threw him the keys. It's great to see father and son here again this week here at Aeroflow Race for real. Having a little bit of fun down the quarter mile.
The LC Tirana goes through 13.3 at 104 miles an hour to a 16.5 at 91 miles an hour. Ten free, 135 miles an hour to a 12.5, 119 miles an hour. VL goes out 1.5 in the 60.
Oh, so close to a 9-second pass there. Mark goes 10.05 with a 127 miles an hour.
And 12.1 at 121 miles an hour. Well, the Ute just doesn't even bother with a burnout, just goes straight in on the stage.
Got a little bit of a jump on the Commodore in the rocket lane, but over and done with by the half-track mark. 11.42 with the 4, 132 miles an hour for the Commodore.
And 13.0 at 104 miles an hour.
Next up, the Ford Cortina taking on the crewman down there. Cordy away first. And we'll take the win with a 16.27.
And 17.4, 82 miles an hour.
It's very loud, that VK.
Yes, it is.
Through the track mics. Gets there first with a 10.21 with a 6 at 131 miles an hour.
And 11.2, 121 miles an hour.
Don't do it, pedal van man. It's not worth it. Don't do it.
What's he going to buy, a Holden?
No. I know someone that's got one for sale if you want it. Oh, kick a man while he's down at him. little Tirana, 10.90, 126 miles an hour.
And 14.3 at 96 miles an hour.
Fourteen 18, 97 miles an hour for the Falcon.
And 15.8 at 87 miles an hour. Commodore in the rocket lane.
Taking on the Falcon and the Aeroflow.
Ooh. Turning some tyres. We've got a HT sedan down here, painted Harlequin. Haven't seen that car yet.
That's a lot of smoke for one tyre down there from the Falcon. 11.10, 134 miles an hour for the Holden driver in the rocket lane there.
And 16.4 at 85 miles an hour. There's great looking HT down here. Big set of tyres under the back.
Eleven 112 miles an hour for the Holden.
And 15.6 at 90 miles an hour. Well, the HQ up against the Falcon.
Wonder what the XF can do. Ooh, nice light for the HQ. 016 on the tree. Nice clean pass as well in the rocket lane here. 11.10 at 122.
And 18.7 at 71 miles an hour. Falcon versus Falcon.
Aeroflow lane with a better reaction time by 0.8 of a second. Will it be enough to keep the victory? Yes, it will, by 0.09 of a second.
We've got the Skyline up against the Mercedes-Benz. Skyline in a different lane. See how it goes this time.
A lot more sedate off the start line there. 2.3 seconds to the 60. Let the horsepower do the talking. 11.19 with the 141 miles an hour.
We have the nitrous-powered Honda. Waiting on the vehicle in the Aeroflow lane.
A lot of wheel spin for the Honda in the Rocket. It would have been enough, but the Honda out of the throttle at 1,000 feet. And gave the win up. Next up, our BMW.
He's up against the four-wheel drive.
.7 seconds to the 60-foot in the BMW. And it runs on through 11.38 with a 117 miles an hour.
And 17.0 at 80 miles an hour.
The Cortina seems a very well set up car, Mark. Run on through for another low 10-second pass, 10.14 with a 133 miles an hour.
Yeah, it is really well set up. Doesn't have the normal Cortina shuffle when it leaves the line.
Doesn't seem to want to turn itself inside out.
No, yeah. Nova up against the Golf.
Nova with a nice clean launch that time, 12.23 with a 1 and 111 miles an hour through the finish line.
And 14.3 at 108 miles an hour.
Only a tenth of a second between those two. 14.34 to a 14.08. Winner carrying a little bit more speed there with 102 miles an hour across the finish line.
Eleven nine, 111 miles an hour to a 13.4 at 100 miles an hour. 160 Ks. Another good reaction time.
Yeah, Josh has been on fire with that motorcycle. 989 with a 145 miles an hour.
And 985, 155 miles an hour.
Gave away nearly 2 tenths on the start line, and that wasn't enough to make it up with another 10 miles an hour, but a similar ET. Oh, 1-3 on the tree for the rider in the Aeroflow lane.
And the rocket lane went on the red side. But goes through 10-1, 145 miles an hour to a 9-7, 153 miles an hour. Eleven nine, 115 miles an hour for the rocket lane.
To a 12.0 at 117.
Falcon up against a VF Commodore.
Falcon driver will go an O light, I reckon. But Commodore will have the performance under the right foot.
Good call.
053 on the tree for the Falcon, and the Commodore gets on past and will take the win. 11.96 with a 4.118 at the finish line.
And 14.5 at 93 miles an hour. Falcon up against the HT Holden.
I'll make the same prediction.
Yeah, okay. Psychic.
Well, I wish. Sometimes.
11.2, 124 miles an hour to a 14.6 at 96 miles an hour. The ex-Commodore up against the Mustang. Falcon Ute up against the LC Tirana. $13.5, 105 miles an hour to a 15.2, 94 miles an hour.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mark, this VL has been absolutely ripping it up all night. Here at our Ford versus Holden theme night. And I think my song has paid off, boys.
Yeah, it's all worked.
It's all about the morale that you built around the song.
Absolutely. Doesn't matter whether you're racing or you're up in the crowd. This VL's on a march, 991, 139, great pass there from the Commodore. Great sounding car, that one as well. We got the beautiful Ford Mustang, the best looking Ford Mustang that we've got here this evening. One tough 4D. And about to take on one of the best looking Tiranas that we've got here this evening as well. The little Flying Grape. What a way to go drag racing, boys. Steel bumpers, both sides of the racetrack. Holden versus Ford, Mustang versus Tirana. A good reaction time there from the Mustang in 042, but the Tirana, mechanical and racing prepared Falcon.
Falcon's going to take the win here and runs on through for a 14.47, 97 miles an hour.
And 16.6 at 85 miles an hour.
I do like the body kit on this EL Falcon. Because one of my uncles, Mark, years ago used to have an EL GT Falcon that they bought out, the limited run.
Well, nice strong burnout.
Yeah, the CB performance. Moving around a little bit, Mark, at about quarter track. Had a little bit of dance on it, and a 10.37. Great pass there from that Commodore. I reckon if you took the passenger out, Mark, it might go a little bit quicker.
Or maybe if you put you in the passenger seat.
Or maybe if I drive it, it might go even quicker.
Well, maybe.
All right, we've got the F6 down here, taking on the FG Falcon. Tell you what, boys, it's cooled down a fair bit out here at the moment. But I dare say that track's still got a little bit of warmth in it, so should see some good times very, very soon. Yeah, so we've got the GT Falcon coming out now against Ms. GTR. It's been doing some good consistent passes in this car too, Ms. GTR.
11:47 with a 7:141 miles an hour. The R35.
And 12.5 at 110 miles an hour.
Well, it's great to see Shake and Bake back again this week. This tough little BMW M1. Sort of taking on his rival in that segment of the car market, the AMG A-Class.
Good strong run down the Aeroflow lane there with a 12.19 at 112 miles an hour to an 11.19 with an 8 and 1:17 in the Rocket. Well, Stewie, I've got our results in for tonight's competitions. The best reaction time goes to the Holden VE Club Sport of Eddie. Congratulations, Eddie. 0.006 reaction time. Laid down a little bit earlier tonight. Congratulations, mate. I hope you've enjoyed your night and look forward to seeing you back here at Sydney Dragway next week. Our fastest theme car of the night, a VX Commodore driven by Anthony. Congratulations, Anthony. See the smile through the helmet on that one. Our commentator's choice tonight, the Holden VN. How could you go past it? The thing looks brand new. Congratulations. Congratulations to Vasily with that one. I'm sure you're going to get many happy miles and smiles cruising around in the pristine VN. Congratulations. And our final award for tonight is yet another Holden Commodore, driven by Stephen. Congratulations. That is the standout first timer of the night. So congratulations to all of our winners. I hope you've enjoyed tonight, and we look forward to seeing you back here at Sydney Dragway in the very near future.
Well, the Cortina 1033, 132. A little bit of help from Dandy Engines on board for that car as Smokin' Joe Civillo comes out now in the Datsun Skyline with the supercharged LS motor underneath the bonnet. Although not supercharged tonight, but hopefully next week we'll see him put the belt back on, Mark, and put the car back to where it normally is. Oh, he just bumped the lights in too.
Yeah, he did indeed. Stewie, we're just talking that, like he's been running roughly around 11s and 12s tonight. Puts that belt on and the thing is down in the low 9s to high 8s. That thing must be putting a lot of boost through that motor.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see once he does put the belt on and actually ask him how much boost is he running through that engine.
I also wonder too, if he's running it in, he's probably not very high up in the RPM range either.
No.
Right, bike's out for another skid. 025 on the tree for the Aeroflow lane. And we'll run on through for a 9.68 with a 2. 149 miles an hour.
And 10.2 at 153 miles an hour.
.016 on the tree there for the Commodore in the Rocket lane. Great reaction time from him. Transfers that into a 12.36 at 114 as we've got this beautiful, beautiful Holden. Now, this thing, Mark, just stopped and it sounded like it's got a turbo on board, potentially. Up from Canberra.
Yeah, Stewie, it is a really nice, it's not overdone. It's just sits good and performs well.
That'd be a fantastic weekend cruiser in that car. Just pops the left front wheel. Now let's see if he can drive around the Falcon, which looks like he has. And on a good pass, 11.97. That's not bad for that car either. All right, the Tirana about to take on the Cortina.
Tirana's left with a 3:08 reaction time. And a slowing 13.19. The thing was running a lot quicker than that earlier tonight. At only 105 miles an hour.
All right, the Mustang, the Bullet Mustang by the look of it. Coming out now, about to take on the EL Fairmont.
Well, Mustang's on the chase. Won't get there. 14.1, 98 miles an hour.
Get to a 14.37 with a 9 at 96.
All right, the CB Performance Commodore. The passenger is out of the car, Mark, so let's see what it can do. It's got the Hoosiers on the rear end. That's about
Goes 145 to the 60 with a little bit of a wiggle. Goes 997 with a 2, 128 miles an hour across the finish line.
And 126, 131 miles an hour.
All right, this A-Class AMG Mercedes has been running all night and doing a great job too. Taking on the F6 Falcon, the Typhoon. Looks like the Mercedes is sending the Typhoon over the Ford at the moment too, 12.51. For the little AMG, as the GT Falcon rips it up in the burnout. First timer as well. Taking on the VF Commodore, another first timer. A little bit of wheel spin there for the GT Falcon out of that left rear wheel. Just spun off the start line. But he's still got the win, a 12.48. He's got the SS. Another first timer coming out. And we've got the VY. Sexy as. Oh, now, have we got a problem? What was that for, fuckwit? I don't know what he stopped for, boys, but yeah.
We're still just rolling down the track. Aeroflow lane is 16.0, 87 miles an hour.
All right, got a cranky little Volkswagen Golf GTI down here in the Aeroflow lane, about to take on the BMW 3 Series. Let's see if the Golf can outrun the BMW. It's Germany versus Germany. Let's see how they go. Well, the reaction time for the Golf, but the Beamer has got him around 70 foot of the racetrack, straight down the rocket lane. A good 11.81, 13.71 there for the GT as Shake and Bake comes back out against this very, very tough Cortina. It's got a big set of radials on the rear end of it as well, boys. It means business, and when you've got a Dandy engine sticker on the front window, you know it's not short of horsepower.
Yeah, the guys down Dandies definitely know how to screw a motor together. They don't just work on one type of motor, they do all types.
Did twist the chassis up a little bit on that run.
Yeah, he did indeed. You might be just loading it up more and more off the line.
Yes. Seemed to hit the limiter pretty hard there as well on the 1-2 shift. .040 on the tree for Josh in the Aeroflow lane. I think every light he's done tonight is like an O light of some form.
It is indeed.
And a 973 with an 8, 149 miles an hour.
And 9.8, 158 miles an hour.
It's the quickest speed I've seen out of that bike tonight, I think.
All right, the SS Commodore taking on the Stang. The Stang just trying for that 000. .004 red. He's trying.
And a 12.03 with a 7, 114 miles an hour will take the win in the rocket lane there.
Falcon up against the Cortina.
Yeah, the lone Empire Racing Falcon out here this evening. .263 reaction time. Nice 14.51. 16.18. Both cars seem just a little bit off the pace there on that pass. As we've got the Golden Holden all the way up from Canberra.
He's up against the Mustang.
Well, I know who I've got my money on, mate.
Yep, makes two of us.
Adam's just told me that this is the run for triple points. It's still not going to make it.
Just quadruple them.
Fair result will
make it 200 points.
It won't matter now, mate.
Yeah. 11.3, 124 miles an hour. And a 13.3 at 112 miles an hour.
All right, let's see if the Tirana can crack a quicker pass this time. Here's boys, Lonesome. A .512 on the tree. Sounding a little bit better in the gear shifts on this pass as well. A little bit more on song out of the car, and a 13.51, 104. Great pass there for the little Tirana. We've got the AMG Mercedes A-Class back out, about to take on this very quick B&W. Very unassuming, this car. Let's see if the AMG can trim.
Well, the BMW a little bit loose on the hit there.
Yeah, it did get a bit of a squiggle up off the line.
The Mercedes says, catch me if you can. Oh, only just gets there by 1/10 of a second.
All right, the Golf about to come out now. Looks like the Golf is on a solo.
No, we're only sending the single on the rocket, that's it.
The Golf on a solo down here in the rocket lane. Hope everybody's been watching via YouTube, has been liking all the action from tonight's Ford versus Holden theme night. And to the crowd that stuck around, guys, thank you. Still got a little bit more racing to go. Tell you what, guys, we're into the last month of winter, which is good. So moving forward, it's only going to get warmer. So good time to start, get the family organised to bring them out for a night of Aeroflow Race for real here at Sydney Dragway every Wednesday night, weather pending. All right, we've got our second last pass of the night. We've got the Cortina, which has got a massive lean on it, Steve, when it leaves the start line.
Something's come loose in the back, or broken something in the back.
Stabilize the bar or something, perhaps.
Yep.
Because it wasn't doing that earlier.
It was launching really nice and launching hard. So, yeah, definitely a problem in the back of that car.
All right, I think this is our last vehicle down the racetrack tonight. Another O light for Josh in the Aeroflow lane. 970 with a 0.
150 miles an hour.
Wow, that's an awesome night of racing for him. He's put a really good string of passes together. Well, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes tonight's Ford versus Holden. Congratulations to all the Holden drivers and the Holden fans. You've won convincingly.
Yeah.
So, congratulations. I just want to point out that the racing was a great night tonight. We had a good banter from the crowd and all the people in the live stream. So thank you very much to all of you for joining us at Sydney Dragway. Thank you very much to Stewie for your work outside. Thank you very much, Adam and Josh, for your work up here in the box, along with Mark Thomas, as always, mate. Thank you very much for your words of wisdom and your friendship, and I hope to see you again all here next week. Our next event is the Aeroflow Race for Real Drag Racing and Burnouts, which is next Wednesday night, the 12th of August. So back to our usual format. with finishing the night off with burnouts. Keep your eyes on the Tracks website and the Facebook page for all the latest updates. I also saw an advert for the East Coast Nationals coming up in September. If you're keen, grab your tickets, and I hope to see everybody out here at Sydney Dragway in the very near future. Until next week, be safe on the roads and have a good night.